Good evening. This is All India Radio Kohima. I'm Ningnin M. Hangsing with the evening news. The headlines. President Ramnath Kovind calls for making Ayurveda popular through qualitative criteria of continuous research, scientific certification and technical parameters. Prime Minister Narendra Modi expresses pride that country's number of unicorns hits a century. Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman says centre is focusing more on funding and infrastructure development in entire northeastern area for better connectivity. And National Council for Teacher Education launches online portal to streamline recognition process of teacher education programs. Now the news in detail. President Ramnath Kovind calls for making Ayurveda popular through qualitative criteria of continuous research, scientific certification and technical parameters. The President was addressing the inaugural session of the 59th General Assembly of All India Ayurveda Mahasammelan at Kalidas Sanskrit Academy in Ujjain today. The President also inaugurated the newly constructed building of Government Dhanvantri Ayurveda Mahavidyalaya, constructed at a cost of about 20 crore rupees. Kovind said that the government is taking several measures from time to time for protection and promotion of Indian systems of medicine, but after the establishment of a separate Ministry of Ayush in the year 2014, this work has accelerated further. Explaining the importance of Ayurveda, Kovind said that India is a country of villages and traditional medicine system in the village is of Ayurveda even today. The President also reviewed the ongoing development works in the Mahakal temple complex in Ujjain. Prime Minister Narendra Modi expressed pride that the number of unicorns in the country has reached 100. Addressing the nation in his Mann Ki Baat program on All India Radio today, Modi said 44 unicorns came up last year and 14 more were formed in 3 to 4 months this year. He stated that even during the pandemic, Indian startups have been creating wealth and value. The average annual growth rate of Indian unicorns is more than those of the US, the UK and many other countries. Modi pointed out that Indian unicorns are diverse and operating in many fields such as e-commerce, fintech, edtech and biotech. He happily noted that India's startup ecosystem is not limited to just big cities, but entrepreneurs are emerging from smaller cities and towns as well. Talking about diversity in the country, Modi gave the example of Kalpana, whose endeavour is full of true spirit of Ek Bharat Shreshtha Bharat. Kalpana recently passed her class 10th examination in Karnataka. Prime Minister said the very special thing about her success is that Kalpana did not know Kannada language till some time ago. She not only learned Kannada language in 3 months but also scored 92 marks. Prime Minister Narendra Modi also hailed women's self-help groups of the nation, saying that they render great services to the nation. Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman said that the central government is focusing more on funding and infrastructure development in the entire northeastern area for better connectivity. Sitharaman informed that Union government is giving emphasis on development of national waterways in the country for their immense possibilities. The Union Minister was addressing the valedictory session of the 3rd National Allies in Development and Interdependence 2022 conclave in Guwahati today. Sitharaman said that northeastern states are gateway to entire Southeast Asian region and better connectivity can bring greater tourism and commerce in this region. She said that Government of India under the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi is fully committed towards neighbourhood first and Act East policy. Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma said that Assam has a large potential for river connectivity and his government is working to tap this. He also informed that Assam will be a hub for river cruise in entire Asia and is working constantly to improve the infrastructure in this sector. National Council for Teacher Education has launched an online portal to streamline the entire process of recognition of teacher education programs of higher education institutions and teacher education institutions. The applications for the recently launched 4-year integrated teacher education programs will be processed on this portal. This portal will bring a paradigm shift in the functioning of National Council for Teacher Education. It aims to provide an automated, robust framework, thereby enhancing accountability, transparency, and ease of doing business. This news comes to you from All India Radio Kohima. You can also listen to this news bulletin on News On Air app and YouTube channel AIR News Kohima. The International Day of UN Peacekeepers is being observed today. For the past 2 decades on this day, UN peacekeepers, also known as the Blue Helmets, are remembered by the world for their role in promoting security, peace and stability. Over 1 million UN peacekeepers have taken part in 72 such operations since 1948. This year, the theme is People, Peace, Progress, the Power of Partnerships. India has played a key role in UN peacekeeping operations. It sent doctors and nurses to Congo in 1960 and then an all-women team to Liberia in 2008. On the International Day of UN Peacekeepers, External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar today saluted the courage and dedication of the brave men and women who carry out UN peacekeeping around the world. In a tweet, Dr. Jaishankar remembered the peacekeepers who have made the supreme sacrifice in the cause of peace. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will lead the nationwide interaction of beneficiaries of government schemes with elected representatives, including those of rural local bodies, civil society organizations, and others from Shimla, Himachal Pradesh on the 31st of this month. Modi will address and interact with the beneficiaries both physically and virtually across the country. In an office memorandum, Chief Secretary Nagaland J. Alam has informed that setting up of logistic arrangements for ensuring that the participants join the national event through virtual mode and for VC, the assistance and guidance of the NIC unit of the district will be taken. The Commissioner Nagaland will monitor the arrangements being made in all the districts and keep the Home Department informed with regular updates. The IPR department, in coordination with all its officers in the districts, will make necessary arrangements for providing proper coverage of the functions at the state capital and all the district headquarters. Further, the IT and C department will make arrangements for webcasting the event. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will release benefits under the PM Cares for Children scheme tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. via video conferencing. Modi will transfer scholarships to school-going children. A passbook of PM Cares for Children and health card under Ayushman Bharat Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana will be handed over to the children during the program. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will also interact with orphans across the country through video conferencing tomorrow. Kohima Press Club beat Kohima Town Club by 2-0 to take the third edition of the Xavier Rutsa Memorial Trophy played at IG Stadium Kohima this evening. The friendly football match between the two clubs was organized to pay tribute to late Xavier Rutsa, who was one of the founding members of both the clubs. In this regard, an exhibition match was played between Kohima Town Club, the organizers of the ongoing Kohima Super Cup 2022, and the Kohima Press Club KPC, where the latter emerged victorious. And now to end the news, the headlines once again. President Ramnath Kovind calls for making Ayurveda popular through qualitative criteria of continuous research, scientific certification and technical parameters. Prime Minister Narendra Modi expresses pride that country's number of unicorns hits a century. Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman says Centre is focusing more on funding and infrastructure development in entire northeastern area for better connectivity. And National Council for Teacher Education launches online portal to streamline recognition process of teacher education programs. That is all we have in this evening news bulletin. Have a pleasant night.